Things happen. She had a little bit of car trouble. So.
I locked my keys in my car. And I never ever do this, but I don't know what happened to me today. I was just really frazzled and, you know.
It happens. It's all right. We all go through it.
Yeah. So in case I get a text message, I'm going to have to like go off for a second and just handle it with my car. So, you know, you guys will be in good hands with Chica.
She's getting her call right now.
I'm getting a call right now, actually. Sorry, guys.
I actually forgot to put us on.
How do I unpause this?
I don't know.
It says it's paused.
Weird.
Can you guys still see me? Or can you guys hear me on my account?
Somebody say something?
Oh my god, that is so weird. It's like black.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna have
to flip the camera.
Oh. Maybe that'll do something.
All right. And then flip it again.
No.
No work.
How weird. How do you unpause it? Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm gonna be right back.
And I'm gonna put us on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah, let me do that too. How weird.
Where's my Do Not Disturb?
I forgot about that. Oh, well, I guess, I don't know. I can't because of my stupid car.
You can't.
Never mind, I can't.
Well, you keep it.
All right.
That's all right. It is what it is. Let's do it again.
Okay. Oops.
Just taking a few minutes.
We're almost there, you guys.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Prab. Hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
I think you said hi from Ireland.
Yeah, I did.
I hope you're having a great time there. I want a green t-shirt. Just putting it out there.
I want green beer. You know, I've never had green beer before.
San Francisco, they serve it all the time on St. Patrick's Day.
I know, I've never had
Okay, maybe
green
we'll
beer.
have to make it our thing.
I know, we should.
Yeah.
What are you doing for St. Patrick's Day?
I actually have a party to go to, but maybe I'll slip in and do a little beer with you too.
I know. We'll go get a green beer together. Hey, Picas. Hello from LA.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
So now that we're officially both here, we wanted to wish you a very happy International Women's Day. All you women out there, pat yourselves on your back. Congratulate yourself on what a wonderful human being you are and how far you've come in your life. It is a really special day. Just a little bit of background, you guys. International Women's Day has actually been in the works or been unofficially celebrated since about 1908. But the UN made it an official holiday in 1975. So, right, I know. I'm a geek like that. I'm sorry. I can't do the surface knowledge thing. So this is a real holiday. It's not an Instagram holiday. It's something that we should honestly really be celebrating. So I hope all you women out there and all you men, will get to you as well, are celebrating yourselves and celebrating the wonderful people around you.
Mm-hmm. Take a minute to just, treat yourself to maybe, caramel macchiato at Starbucks or something that you really enjoy. I mean, today is a day where we want to celebrate all of the women that have, contributed obviously to our society and that, make our lives a little bit better every day. So take a minute, say thank you to maybe it's your favorite barista or, maybe it's your sister or your mom, for packing your lunch or something.
Yes.
Just make a woman feel really special today.
And, we like to say this, we absolutely 110% cannot forget the tribute to women who've really made a difference. I mean, we can go on and on from back to Mother Teresa, to Eleanor Roosevelt, to Amelia Earhart. I mean, really, women who've made a difference in our society. Rosa Parks. I mean, I can go on and on. In the current day, we have Oprah, we have Ellen, who really started a movement when she came out in the 90s and changed society overall. So, but it's not just about them. It's not just about these people who took huge steps and made change happen for us everyday people. It's also about us everyday people, our moms, our sisters, our friends, our girl gangs, our partners, everyone who's in our life, who support us on a day-to-day basis, in our careers, in our homes, when we're picking up our coffee in the morning, when we are picking up our kids at the end of the day, and the teachers who've been teaching them and watching them all day. It's really about those women, guys.
And what I've noticed, and a lot of women are like this, I think that's just kind of baked into our DNA, is that we always get the job done.
Yes.
Like, I don't know very many women who just kind of are like, okay, well, this is just not going to happen. Like, it's kind of a woman's, I don't want to say it's a woman's job, but I think it's just in our nature.
It's innate.
Yeah, like when we want to get something done, we get it done, right? I mean, because if you think about it, like biologically, like the job done, it's really
Thanks for coming back,
easy. Yeah, we're back.
Sorry, my video paused for some reason, so I apologize about that. I didn't mean to stop you.
No, you're good. It's really easy for us to kind of forget to, take a step back and really look at our accomplishments and be like, wow, I've done so much. I am so amazing. And I feel like women just work so hard, and I see it all the time, both, like women that are in the home, women that are in corporate America or running their own businesses. It's really, really easy for women to kind of fall into that trap of like, well, I'm just going to get the job done and worry about getting the credit and all the praise later, know, and then that credit and praise never come.
It's invisible work.
Yeah, a lot of it is invisible work. And so that's what I really love about today, International Women's Day, is that not just women, but men too, just kind of take a minute to step back and just acknowledge all of the hard work that women continue to do every single day.
That's right.
I think that's just so important to, keep ourselves motivated, and of course to keep ourselves positive. I mean, because you don't want to, just keep doing everything that you're doing and one day be miserable. You want to be celebrated, and you want to celebrate yourself. And I think that's so important.
And monotony will kill you. So take a step back and celebrate. We said this in our last session. Hi, Tanya, by the way. You caught me live, and I'm so excited about that. I'm so glad you're here. We said this in our last session as well. Celebrate your successes. JJ just joined. We're so excited for all of you.
He got promoted last Friday, so we were drinking old fashions together. I'm super excited that he joined.
Congratulations on your promotion. Hi, Bua. Thanks for joining. Hi, everybody. Oh, you guys are so great. We love to see how our viewership is going up on every episode, and so many of you are so sweet and kind with your time and your words. We absolutely love it.
I know. We know that you guys are all super busy, and this is in the middle of the day, so a lot of you are probably on lunch, or you're, on your phone underneath your desk, and you're just trying not to get caught. So we really, really appreciate all of your support.
I wanted to say this as well. Like Christina said, we do this thing where we go, and it's just inbuilt in us to keep doing it. It doesn't matter what we have going on. I'll give you guys a small example. Myself, my husband, and my brother are in my house, and we all have jobs, and we all have something to do. Granted, mine's not a typical 9 to 5. But for some reason, and this is not something they've said or they've even requested or they've even put on me, but for some reason, I'm the one who drops off the kids and picks up the kids and does everything with the kids. And for the most part, not all the time. Yesterday, my brother watched the kids so I could be out in San Francisco doing an amazing photo shoot, which we'll tell you about. Today, my husband is going to get the kids so I can go to a networking event with Christina. So it's not that I'm always doing it. But we as women just feel like it's our responsibility to do it. I feel like it's my job to get up, get breakfast, lunch going for my husband and the kids, get them packed, get them ready, get them out the door, and then start my day. And no one's asked me to do it. Sunil's never been like, well, babe, that's your role. Of course not. That's not how he thinks, and that's not how he acts. But it just feels like that's something I can do and I should do. So I do it. And it doesn't take away from me and my professional career at all. It is hard. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a breeze every morning. But it's so much invisible work. I always take the example of, how do you think your toothpaste gets refilled? Or how do you think your clothes get folded and you have fresh laundry, every other day or whatever that is? Mm-hmm. It's invisible work that doesn't get seen, but your house runs, your life runs. Yeah. So my mom, who did that her whole life and still has always had a full-time job and is running a successful business, maybe watching her do it, she was a great example for me. Just watching her hustle every single day. She ran a house and she ran a business, and maybe that's where I got it in me, where it just felt right to do it. So
I think so. I mean, because I think the way we're raised, obviously that's going to really determine how we kind of grow up ourselves. Same thing. My mom raised me, herself. My dad was out working. She finally got a job when I was in the 7th grade, but that was pretty much what I was used to. I was used to my mom kind of having that role, being at home, taking care of the kids, sending us to school, taking us to dance recitals and all that stuff. And sometimes I make this mistake too, and I feel really, really bad when I make this mistake. So this was when I was, I think I was working at Oracle or something, and we were all having this conversation about this VP, and I said, oh, he must be informed about all these deals that we're working on. And then I was talking to a guy, and the guy looks at me and he was like, it's a woman. And then I was like,
it was just an automatic reaction. It was just an automatic thought.
So automatic, even for me. And you guys know me. I'm so big on, female empowerment and all that. But even for us sometimes, I think we kind of fall into that trap where we're just so conditioned by those norms that society has kind of ingrained in us for so many years that it's hard to break. Right. So, and some
of them aren't bad. This is not a
course
complaining
not.
session.
No.
This is, and I know you're not complaining about it.
Yeah.
Some of those things aren't bad. There's a constant debate between, can a woman really do everything, or should she really do everything?
Yes.
Can you really have that happy balance of a career and a family life and being a Pinterest mom? And I say that in all positivity because I can't do anything a Pinterest mom can do. I'm terrible in those type of things. But my kids got stickers on Valentine's Day to pass out to kids in school. Okay? I saw some real nice Valentines that came home. Valentine's Day cards. So
we have a pinning party. We should have a pinning party.
We should have a pinning party. So I'm being real when I'm appreciating you Pinterest moms, because I can't do it and I love your work. So, but we struggle with that. We think, should I focus my time on my career? Should I do this every day? Like, should I get up and I do my content planning? And should I figure out the next video with Christina? And should I have the conference call with Nicole for this? And should I figure out, how do I plan this? And what am I making for breakfast today? What are the kids taking for lunch today? Do they have extra clothes in school? Like, what are they eating for dinner? Is the laundry done? Like, it's one end of me is totally figuring out the professional life and the other end is figuring out the personal life. And it's like, you can't really be 50-50. I mean, no. I don't think you can. If those of you who can, congratulations. That's amazing. That's a feat in itself. I know one side always takes a hit, but I choose to do both. And I'd rather do both and enjoy them than give one up.
Yeah, and I think that when it comes to that, like where it comes to, like balancing kind of like your personal life and, your career, Shika and her husband Sunil have this amazing partnership. Like, it's really amazing. Like the things that you tell me, like when, like she's, of course, like, takes care of the kids, but he also does his share, and I love seeing that. Like, it's literally so much teamwork, and that is probably the only way I could really see a couple making it happen. Where both the man and the woman can work successfully, and especially in the Bay Area too, where a lot of families, like the husband and the wife both work. Because you have to, because rent is so damn expensive.
Just to live in this freaking place.
It's like you need multiple incomes to be able to sustain a living. You have to have that teamwork. If you're dumping everything on the other person, they're going to get burnt out. They're going to get resentful. You need to kind of have that balance and have that teamwork aspect. And it's exactly like what you said. It's not always 50-50. Exactly. Like when you play, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys, watch sports or play sports. It's not always, everyone has an equal role. Some people are doing more. Some people are doing less, but they're doing everything that they can to get to the common goal. And obviously you want to win. So everyone is doing everything that they can for that common goal. And I think that's where it's so important is to have those goals.
Absolutely.
To keep you grounded and to keep you focused, so then you don't get sucked into the weeds and it's like, well, I'm doing all this and I'm getting really unhappy.
And you're complaining versus appreciating and enjoying.
Yeah, exactly.
Your whole mindset and your mentality changes. To Christina's point, when you work together and there's teamwork and you have these goals, granted, we say, to live in the Bay Area, it's so expensive and you need two incomes and, to kind of survive and have depending on the lifestyle you want and the one you want to progress with, right? But one thing about women that we think is amazing is regardless of your socioeconomic background, you do all this anyway. It doesn't matter where you came from, what education you have, how much money you had or you have. You have this innate ability to nurture and to guide everyone around you. That your children, your friends, your husband, everyone, you're like the source, the emotional source in the house that keeps things running. So I think that's, that saying, we all bleed red or whatever, something like that. They say that we're all the same, right? And I feel like I feel that way about women. Regardless of where you come from, our heart is all the same. We all love our kids. We all love our spouses. We all love our friends. And I think that's awesome. And what were we talking about the other day? Christina and I came to this, we had an epiphany where we're like,
we have a lot of epiphanies. Yeah. But one thing I noticed, just kind of going off of your point, is a lot of my friends are moms now. And, I have a lot of different friends, not always in the same group, but whenever I introduce them to each other, they immediately have this connection or this bond, because they're moms. And it's just so nice to see that. You guys didn't know each other at all, but the second you both find out your moms, it's immediately connection. And it's I don't know.
That mom is how do you handle your screaming child at 2? And then we're let me tell you.
Yeah. So I love that sense of community community that like all moms just kind of share. And yeah, like regardless of your socioeconomic background, regardless of the language that you speak, I think it's like you can still connect, you know, and I think that's just such a beautiful thing.
Yes. You know, we actually have some guys who've joined, and I think that's really cool too, that you guys have actually come on
I know a lot of guys
International Women's Day show. Like,
way to go, guys.
Amazing. Thank you for your support. That's really wonderful.
And I really want to give a really big shout out to all the men out there that have really like been supportive and very, very sweet towards this whole movement, you know? And Oprah said it, I don't know if you caught her speech at, not the Oscars, but it was the awards right before that. Do you remember what it was?
Was it the Grammys?
The Grammys,
yeah.
So she gave this speech, right? And she said that, you know, we need strong women and progressive men. And that just like stuck in my head. And I said that, yes, like we can't do this without the support of men too, you know? Like this is, I don't want to even say it's a war. It's a movement. It's a movement that involves,
and it's always going to go. There's no ending to movements. You know, we're never going to reach a point of satisfaction. There's always going to be
a progression and growth. Yes, and none of it would be possible if men and women didn't work together on this. And so, yeah, big shout out to all the guys that have signed on today.
Absolutely,
we appreciate all your support.
We do. We love you all. We really do, and that's why I shout out to my husband for his constant support. My brother, who is the best uncle, the best brother, and the best human being I've met in my life. My father, who never in his life made me feel any less or treat me any different because I was a girl. On the contrary, he probably pushed me even harder because he was like, oh, you can do it. There's no difference between you and Samith, your brother, or any other guy out there. So we appreciate all of you men who back us up, who support us. And you know, there was this. You were saying, like Oprah said, that these men have to change as well, right? So in everything that has been going on or has gone on in India with, and I can talk about this for 5 hours, but in short, it was we don't have to change the way our women dress or how late women can roam at night because of the fear of men. We need to raise our sons to protect those women and not look at them a certain way because they're dressed in a certain way and not think that they're available because of what their clothing is or what time they're out or because they're having a drink. It doesn't mean yes for anything. So this is a worldwide movement and it's a worldwide thought. It's not just about women because we can't move forward without the support of men either. We need you to understand that and we need you to be on the same page with us. And women, you need to stay strong and stick together. We're not asking for a major feminist movement or anything. We're just saying that be united and help each other. That's it. Just love each other and support each other.
Yeah, and I love that you just used the word feminist because I know that that's gotten such a stigma.
It is.
And as soon as you say the word feminist, it's like, oh my God, whatever, eye roll, right? But I think Emma Watson gave a speech to the United Nations and she was explaining the definition of the word feminism. And if you really think about it, all it is just equal treatment between men and women. That's all it is. It's not like, oh, I hate men and screw them and, you know, women are the best. I mean, it's not anything like that. I mean, that's like very, very
It's a desire for equality.
That's it. Yeah, it's just equality. That's all it is. So, I mean, I hope that changes. And I mean, it sounds like, I mean, more and more people I'm hearing are using the word feminism and feminist and they're not as afraid to use it now as I think they maybe were like maybe 5-10 years ago. So that's a very beautiful thing.
Yes.
Definitely. And I love what you said earlier too about how we need to raise boys. And I have such a different attitude towards marriage now, especially since I've seen it, you know, I've experienced it, and obviously, like as a lot of you guys know, it didn't last. But what I will continue to say is that children watch their parents.
Absolutely.
Children watch everything their parents do. They even speak like their parents. So if, like, I have, like, some friends that, like, will literally cuss in front of their kids. And then the kids cuss, too. And it's not a big secret, like, why the kid is cussing. Okay, I think this might be her ride might be here. My ride might be here.
Your driver will be arriving shortly.
Okay. She's
got some time.
So I got some time. Sorry, guys. Farmers is on its way. So what was I saying?
So you were saying
so if you were like cussing in front of your children, like they're gonna pay attention to that and learn that, right? So the way I feel like it's hard for me to say this now because I'm not married anymore. But you know what? I'm just gonna say it
doesn't
anyway.
matter. You don't have to be married to have an opinion.
Okay.
This
is my opinion. Children are gonna watch the way the mom treats the dad and the dad treats the mom, period. That's what they're going to see.
Yes.
So a young boy is going to see if his dad is yelling and verbally abusing his mom, he's going to think, okay, well, that's how I'm supposed to treat women.
Right.
So that must be
and
accepted.
That must be okay.
And if there's a daughter in the picture and she's watching this, she's going to think, okay, well, my dad is yelling at my mom and my mom is obviously okay with it because she hasn't done anything about it. So
she's just taking it in. She's
that's fine. So I guess that's okay also. And I should tolerate that kind of behavior. All of that needs to seriously stop. And it's not gonna stop unless we break the cycle, because that cycle continues for years and years and years. And I see that in so many different communities. I see it in the Indian community because obviously I am Indian, but I see it in other communities too. And I get, it's not an easy place to be in, but if you really think about the generations of the future and you really want to shape them to be better than the previous one, then sometimes you have to make hard changes.
And you have to change yourself. You can't change anyone else.
Exactly.
That's the thing. We can say whatever we want to you, and we hope that you take a positive message from this and there's a learning from this. But we have to follow what we preach, right? We have to practice what we preach.
Exactly.
If my husband and I yell in front of our kids all day, my kids are going to think that's okay to do. And that's not a message I want to give. And I'm not saying we don't do it. Don't get me wrong. We're human beings. We all lose our tempers. We all only have a certain amount of energy for the day. So I'm not going to tell you we're perfect parents or we're the perfect family or we have the perfect relationship. I don't even know if that word means anything. But I can tell you that we work towards it. And we try. And when we realize that we're not acting right or we're not sounding right or we're not setting the right example, we try to correct ourselves. Because I think the biggest learning from me, and my mom always said it, and your parents will always say it too, you only know it once you have kids. And for me, it came true. Once I had kids, only then did I realize the energy and the effort that my parents put into raising us. Because who doesn't want the best for their kids? Who doesn't want to give them the world? Who doesn't want them to grow up as good human beings? And at the end of the day, the only thing that I really want for my children is to grow up as respectful, kind humans in society. I don't need high-five professions. I don't need them to make a ton of money. It's not the goal. If they end up doing that, that's fine. What I would like them to be is nice, productive human beings in society. And I want them to be loving, and I want them to be kind, and I want them to have good relationships with people. And those are the type of people I want to raise. Everything else will come with that. I'm a firm believer everything comes with love. You love your kids, and everything else will come with that.
And I know that they will be that way because you're exactly that way.
Thank you.
You guys don't know Shika. She's seriously one of the sweetest, nicest people ever. Oh my God. I'm not even just saying that because we do a show together. I'm not just saying that.
Thank you.
Well, first of all, we wouldn't even be doing a show together if she wasn't this cool. So
agreed. We came together because we believe the same thing.
Yeah, and we're very similar personality wise. Just very easygoing. I don't think we have much of a filter either.
No, not really. We just say it how it is.
Yeah.
Which is good because we're on the show to say it like it is.
Exactly. Yeah. So we were debating, do we do a YouTube channel? Do we want to pre-record videos? And then we thought, we both kind of have this, background of wanting to be journalists. And so, we have a natural ability to be able to talk on the fly. So we're we might as well just do it.
Plus, we want to be real.
Yeah, and we wanted to be real and authentic, and obviously we can't BS you for doing this live.
You'd be surprised. We put work and thought into the show, but not about our script. Mm-hmm. We don't come in here saying, Christina, this is what you say, and then this is what I say, and then this is what you say. It's more about what's our topic, what's valuable to our audience, and that's about it. Mm-hmm. What's our topic and what's valuable, let's talk about it. And let's make it personal. Let's make it relatable, because we can. All of us have gone through something or another at some level. We can talk about anything, right? I think that's the best part about why we like doing the IG Live with you guys, because I think we're just normal people like you are, right? We're the everydayers just like the rest of you, and you're our community, and we love that.
Definitely. So I just realized something. I need your hand for a second.
Okay.
You want to know how amazing this woman is? Look at her freaking hand.
You can't really see it now, but it's all
You can kind of see it. You can see the stitches are there zombie now. Stitches right there.
There were 8 of them.
She was washing dishes, and she washed a broken plate.
A broken glass,
and it sliced her finger. I'm texting her, and then she's like, check your snap. And then I check my snap, and she's like, I'm in the ER. And I'm like, what the hell? And she's laying on a bed. And it's white everywhere. I'm like, dude, are you dying? What the heck happened? And then she shows me her hand and like there's this huge
It was
slice
sliced
in it.
open. Like,
oh
I couldn't keep my
God.
I had to hold my fingers together. Like, it was that bad. It was really deep and really bad. This happened on Friday last week.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I don't know how. She looks like a zombie right now.
It's
actually kind of badass.
It's real. Yeah, it's my warrior wound. That's what I call it. When that
It is a warrior
scab comes
wound.
up and everything, I'm going to be telling someone, I went home from doing a day of clients to washing dishes because that's what we do. And then I took a wound for it. And then the doctor was like, no touching your hand for 2 days. I have twins that are 2.5 years old.
I know,
Trust me. I don't even know like how not. I have a photo where one is on this arm, literally this arm, and the other one is over here because they don't leave you alone. I can't be like, mommy's hand hurts, you know? They're going to be like, okay.
Oh, and by the way, so we had our photo shoot yesterday for International Women's Day.
Yes.
She did her entire face and her lashes with her left hand. I was completely blown away. And she got her kids ready for school. And got everyone sent out the door. It's like 8:15, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm like pretty much ready to go." I was like, "Are you kidding me? I just took a shower. Like, are you kidding me right now?"
And that
Girl is like on fire. Like seriously,
I like to get things done, you guys. I really do. So I guess like if I'm not busy, I'm probably not a very good person. So.
So we're down to the last couple of minutes.
Yes.
And so thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in. Because it's International Women's Day, we did want to take a minute to pay tribute to some really, really special women / girl
Yes.
in our lives. Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay.
I don't want to cry, so.
Oh, thanks. Now I'm going to cry. I'm going to try really hard not to cry. So, really, really important person in my life is, I'm sure this is probably pretty obvious, is, well, actually, it probably wouldn't be that obvious for those of you guys that know me really well. Maybe like 5 years ago, I probably wouldn't have said that this person was my most inspirational person. I would have said it might have been someone else. But it's honestly my mom. And, you know, growing up, I never had the best relationship with her. We always had the same personality. So we're, you know, of course, like really stubborn, very set. Like when we want to do something, we do it, you know, and we don't really listen to anyone else, right? And for that, you know, we always butt heads. My very first job out of school, when I got into sales, she did not want me doing sales. She was like, you shouldn't do it. It's so hard. It's so much work. You're going to get really discouraged. And I said, you know what? Just for that, now I'm going to do it.
I'm going to do it for sure.
And my mom is the exact same way. Like I see it in her now, you know, like when people tell her like, oh, I don't know if that house is going to, you know, get sold. She'll be like, I'll sell it. I'll show you.
Now I'm going to sell it.
So now I'm like, okay, now this all makes sense. And I never really spent a lot of time at home. Like when I was in high school, I was so excited to just grow up and get out. Like all I wanted to do was...
We all are.
I just wanted to grow up. I wanted to go to college and then I wanted to get a job somewhere and I wanted to get married and live my life and that was it.
Sounds so like... So like picture perfect.
I know,
yeah,
right? Like that's
yeah.
what I wanted.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just having a solid relationship with my mom just didn't really happen until last year when I moved back home. And some of the hardest moments of my life, even not just last year, but even before that, you know, I used to do speech and debate in high school and, you know, I did all kinds of things. And she was always my biggest cheerleader. Even the times when I didn't think I could do it, she was always the one that was like, why are you talking like that? If you say that, of course you're not going to be able to do it. You have to believe that you can do it. You know, even if I believe that you can do it, that's not even enough. Like you have to believe that. She like really always gave me like that kick in the butt that I always needed. But also she knew when to pull back because she knew like how, you know, I think that's really true. You know, you're your biggest fan and your worst critic.
Yep.
And I am truly my worst critic. You know, I beat myself up. Whenever I make a mistake, I beat myself up for it. But she's, you know, like I would say she's probably not like your typical Indian mom either. Like she's not going to sit there and be like, yeah, you did screw up. You know, she's going to be like,
let's talk about it.
Yeah, she'll be like, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
That's okay. You know, you messed up. That's okay. Did you learn from it? Good. That's all you can really do. You know, and she's just so supportive. And I don't know, like she really is my best friend. And I can't imagine like living this life without her. I mean, I know one day, you know, hopefully that day doesn't come anytime soon, but like, I know I don't want to talk about that. But I hope that I can be like, you know, as amazing of a mom to my daughter as she's been to me. And I know that that's going to be like the best way I can repay her for everything that she's
Well, you're going
ever
to be
done
because
for
you
me.
already feel that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you didn't feel that way and if you weren't paying this tribute and you weren't saying those things, then...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know
You're already
she's
there.
not watching this right now, but I know
She's going to watch it
gonna
on
be
a
watching
Friday.
this in her, yeah. you love that? I snapped her watching our IG, the recorded one, in her office, and then I took a snap, and then she was like, "It's Friday." Obviously guilty that she's like watching a video when she's supposed to be working, but anyway, yeah. So I love you, Mom. Mommy. I still call my mom Mommy. I love you, Mommy. Thank you for everything you've done for me and for Rachel and Nasa, both of my younger sisters. We appreciate it so much. Everything that you have always done and continue to do for us, we love you so much. Thank you for all the sacrifices that you made and continue to make. You know, I'll never be able to thank you enough for everything that you do. So I love you so much.
Aw, it's a really sweet tribute. Your mom's gonna love that. You should. We're definitely saving this because the days that our moms fight with us, we're gonna be like, go watch this.
Yeah, go watch this.
Her ride's here. So, but I'm gonna do my tribute.
Okay.
Tell him to hold on a minute.
Should I?
Yeah, tell him to hold on a minute. Let's just finish up. We have like a minute. While she's on the phone. What I can tell you guys is we had this epiphany.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Okay, maybe you're not going to tell him to hold on? All right.
Okay.
So we had this epiphany in the car and a drive the other day where we said they always talk about self-love and self-respect and all these sort of things. And so if you don't love yourself, if you don't care for yourself, you're not going to be able to keep anyone else happy around you. And Christina and I kind of together were like, either you have to love yourself the most, and if it's not you, the only person who comes that close is your mom. And it's so true. I don't think anybody takes care of you like your mom does. So on that note, I'm going to pay 2 quick tributes. One tribute is going to be to my mother, who is also my biggest fan, my loudest cheerleader, my largest support system, also my biggest critic, which is okay because we need, you can't just have the good and not have any of the bad. You need to hear it all. So thank you, Mom, for constantly believing in me, constantly being there when I needed you, constantly providing me with good guidance, not biased guidance. A lot of times moms are really quick to say, because you're my child, I believe this way. And my mom is a very fair person. So it was never about because you're my child. It was because this is right and this is wrong. And that's probably why I think I feel that I'm very similar in that sense. And my brother and sister attest to it. They're like, you don't just take our side. It's always about what's right or wrong. So thank you, Mom, for everything you've done for Mina and Samith. And my last little bit of a tribute is going to be to my daughter, Arzu. When you grow up one day and you see this video, I don't know where Mommy's going to be, but I want you to remember that I want you to find your beauty and your confidence without a compliment and without a mirror. I don't expect you to grow up following any societal norms. I love the sassy, wonderful person you are. Oh my God, I don't want to cry. And I hope I can be a great mom to you. So, my dear baby Arzu, continue smiling and laughing and grow up to be a wonderful human being because you're already the best baby out there. All right, guys, on that note, I'm going to take your leave. I hope you enjoyed this session, and we will be back next week with a lot more for you. A very happy International Women's Day to you, and we'll see you soon. Take care, and don't forget to stay classy and stay glamorous.